Salut tout le monde, I'm your detective, Lukael, and welcome to Blueprints. This is a game developed by Dogu Bomb and released in 2025. From what I understand, it's a game that kind of mixes puzzle solving and maybe even some roguelike elements. I'm not really sure how, but... So last week we finished Rise of the Golden Idol. Today we're jumping into Blueprints. Also, I get it. It's a play on words, Blueprints, right? At this point, you know me and the channel, you know I love deduction game, you know I love puzzle solving, and so I'm very excited for this one. I've certainly heard a lot of positive about this game. In fact, it was nominated for Game of the Year by multiple outlets, and in fact even won Game of the Year for 2025 in some cases, so it must be very good. As usual, this is a blind playthrough, so I haven't really seen anything of the game other than like a couple of screenshots on the Steam page. I don't know what the gameplay style is, I don't know what the story is about. The one thing I've heard about it is that you can kind of finish the game normally, and then I guess the game keeps going after the ending. And I've heard that people maybe enjoy that second part a little bit less, it's a bit more time consuming or something, so we'll see when we get there, but it's possible that I might do that part on stream or something like that, but we'll see. So I like to go suit and tie for these detective games. I've got my pipe, I've got my brain ready to solve some puzzles, so thank you so much for joining me today, and without any further ado, the game is afoot. And also that was my cat. It is raining Dogu Bomb. What an interesting name for a studio. In association with Raw Fury, a game by Tanda Ross. Rose.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me.
Heretofore.
I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
Mount Holly.
The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993.
Okay, so it's not some period thing. This is in the 90s. Or at least he signed this in the 90s. Blueprints. So I guess I am this young man, this heir. What an eccentric guy. So he's like, you can inherit my whole fortune day one. My whole mansion on the condition that you find the 46th room. But like, how much time do I have for that? Are we on a timer? What if he takes like 5 years to Oh, okay, I guess that's me. The grounds. 49. Okay, so I have a limited amount of steps. Let's just waste them all right away by exploring the grounds. Okay, so you can walk quite a lot. before it goes down. You can walk faster. Maybe it's not going down. Maybe it only goes down if you're inside the house. No, it's going down. Okay. Maybe it goes down over time, not over how much you walk. Private drive, the grounds. Can't see my feet. We've got a nice little cel-shaded style. Okay, the grounds. Is there even going to be anything to find outside? How did I even get... Oh, we've got like a condemned door here. I feel like I'm on a timer, and probably that's how many days you have or something. I mean, I wouldn't say no to inheriting a mansion, of course, but it does seem like it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, so maybe not the most, you know, not the most convenient of places to live. No groceries nearby. We've got like a creepy corridor here. Can I light these torches? No. Can't jump or climb. So this is a dead end, at least for now. But, you know, even if you're not going to live here, I guess you can always rent it or sell it. But you might as well live here if it's your family's estate. It does look kind of weird for a mansion, like all these different rooms and parts of the house are like in a different material. Here you've got bricks and then like different types of stone and... Huh. There's a clock there, but it does not appear to be moving. Alright, well then let's go inside, which is probably what was expected of me in the first place. Canes. Birds. Lamps. Oil lamp. Rubies. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room... Okay. You will lose one step. When you no longer have any steps left, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Okay. They've set up like this whole game for us. Open only in the event of my death. Simon, so I guess that's me. I'm Simon. Welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. Now, is this something that will be enforced by the gameplay itself? Or is this something that I need to obey, like in good faith? One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads, abandon the path and go where you want it to lead." With all of my love and wishes, best of luck. Herbert Sinclair. So as usual for these puzzle solving games, I do have my notepad in the second screen, so I will be taking notes, mostly of people names. That's the thing I have the most trouble remembering. So Herbert Sinclair, and then I guess I'm Simon Sinclair. Okay, and then what is this? The Mount Holly Blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access the blueprint menu by pressing Tab. Huh. Antechamber. Entrance hall. You can see the amount of steps, you can see which day it is, you have an inventory. You can decide to call it a day even before it's over. Entrance hall. Past the steps and beyond the grand doors, admission to Mount Holly is granted by way of a dark and garish lobby, suitably called the entrance hall. From here, each guest's adventure begins. However, the 3 doors that proceed onward do not always lead to the same adjoining rooms. Type permanent blueprint. So I'm guessing the room's layout will change every day somehow. I don't know if that's ever explained. Like, is it magic? Is it just engineering? It has to be magic. I'm thinking like the Clockwork Mansion in Dishonored 2, you know, but I don't think that's what we're dealing with here. I think it's more some kind of mystical thing. So you get information on each room. It tells you which type and the rarity. Rooms 1 to 2. Oh, so you're like collecting the types of rooms. Antechamber. From its root meaning the room before, all signs and paths point toward the antechamber. This mysterious sealed room resting on the 9th rank may prove, however, quite an initial challenge to even reach, let alone enter. Still, you can't help but draw a connection between this chamber and room 46. So the whole mansion has 45 chambers, or like rooms, and we're looking for this mysterious 46th room. Bedrooms, which I guess will be permanent. There will be only 8 of them. Hallways. Green rooms. Okay, no, maybe it's just... you just don't see them. Shops. Red rooms. Okay. Got little pictures. We got some statues. Some clocks. This one is moving, although very slowly. I guess this is Herbert. Playing card. Another playing card. Is this going to be relevant? Should I write any of this down? Like, should I write down the pictures on the walls? The time on the clock? Okay, no, it's 2 different statues, actually. Well, I say we just start with the left room. Select a room to draft. Whenever you enter this room, you gain 2 steps. It can be a closet, which gives you 2 items, or a hallway. Let's do a bedroom. So just magically on the spot, the type of room changes. Can't open this. Got a picture. Is that my mother? Potentially? Some praying hands. Greetings from Reddington. Reddington. Weird kind of sculpture of a hand. The trunk is locked. And a hat. And a crowbar. Doesn't seem like I can open any of these doors. And then what about this door? You get to choose again. Okay. Let's try a closet. We've got a single ivory die. While drafting, you may use a die to roll new floor plans. Okay, so, that's how the roguelike elements come in. You get to kind of randomize some stuff. And a lucky rabbit's foot. Greater chance of finding items. Okay. Closet rank 2. So they have a rank? Got some clothing, an umbrella, but I don't think you can actually use any of this. So now, okay, you get to see the, oh, I'm kind of hiding it, but you can see the layout so far. I see. And then this whole layout will just reset every day. Okay, so right door, a storeroom. Okay, so some of them lead you to other places, but some don't. So because, okay, and you can tab to see the layout so far every time. I guess we wanted to continue further, right? So here I would come out from the bottom. Oh, and you can, okay, it previews what it's gonna look like on the map too, which is nice. I say we do a hallway so we can go even further. Or you can use a die. Let's do a hallway. And this is really like instant. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Okay. Is that always the case or just in this one, like just today? A tree? Okay, so it's okay for this one to be... So it can be a pantry, a lavatory, or a guest bedroom, which gives you plus 10. You can get some money. Let's do that. Let's do money. Even though I don't know what I'm going to use the money for. We've got an orange. That gave me 5. Got some money. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order, leave it in the pantry. So is that the amount of fruits that are scattered around the mansion on any given day? And then in total they amount to 50 steps? And I guess there's nothing else? I do really wonder how they're going to make this about puzzle solving if so much of it is like randomized. Alright, so we get corridor is always left unlocked, a storeroom, or a parlor. Let's do parlor. There's a symbol of a puzzle. The black box contains gems. This box and the blue box are empty. All 3 boxes are empty. Huh. A small coin purse. Each time you collect 3 coins, earn an additional 1 in interest. Huh. And do these items carry like overnight? Probably not, right? And you get to read about each of these rooms. So, closet. A very modest recessed space used for storage, this particular closet is favored by the junior members of the staff who utilize it to stash away assorted articles and knickknacks whose proper place in the estate is yet unknown to them. Dead end. It's a commonplace item, and we've drafted it 1 time, so it's even keeping track of this. Bedroom, a familiar room that you may have slept in at some prior visit in the past. Like most bedrooms of the estate, these quarters offer you a little rest and recuperation during your long days exploring the surrounding rooms. So it's a type of entry. Bedroom, commonplace, done 1 time. The hallway. One of the many nondescript hallways snaking through the estate and providing elegant causeways between the more noteworthy destinations that the house has to offer. Also commonplace. Pantry. A well-stocked pantry is always the true test of a large estate, and keeping Mount Holly's wide gamut of ingredients and supplies stocked has always been one of the primary priorities of the house staff. Also commonplace. And a parlor. This cozy lounge, furnished with couches and armchairs, serves as the perfect social setting for receptions and after parties. Consequently, this was one of the most popular rooms for entertaining and the late H.S. Sinclair was known to supply a myriad of parlor games to encourage his guests to think and conversate. Okay, so how do we solve this puzzle? May the 2nd. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Laurie. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. Always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within, the other 2 are always empty. Only one box has a prize within. Well, this one is lying. I've never been that good at the, like, oh, one of these is telling the truth and then these ones are lying. Okay, so the black box contains gems. That's possible. This is false. This box and the blue box are empty. That's also possible. But if this one is telling the truth... Okay, so this one has the gems. But how do I open it? Oh, with the key. A wind-up key. A component of the parlor game. Let's see. At least one box. So that means there can be more than one box then, right? And there's always at least one prize. The other 2 are always empty. Aha. All right. We got 2 gems. That I don't know what we're going to do with those, but we got them. Next room. Oh, some of them have a gem requirement. I see. Whenever you enter chapel, you lose 1 gold. Okay. And you can potentially have a room where like the hallway is supposed to lead somewhere, but it doesn't. So you can kind of like lock yourself out of a path if you don't pick the right rooms. And you can't rotate the rooms either. Well, it would make the most sense for this room to be a chapel, considering the layout we've drawn so far. So let's see what's in the chapel. So it costs you just to enter this room. But then there's more coins there, but I guess stealing them is kind of frowned upon. Get some beautiful art up there. Seven, 5, 1, 4, 6, 3, 2. It's right there. Like, I feel like I could just pick it up, but it feels kind of wrong, right? Like I'm stealing. But then again, I won't know what happens when you pick it up unless I try. And we're still at the beginning, so I guess we might as well. Okay, you can just steal the money. And then this just leads into the hallway and over there. A private sacristy, as ornate as the most lavish rooms of the estate, is watched over by 8 Adjaran angels depicted in stained glass. This room was more a tribute to your uncle's vanity than it was to his faith. And it counts as a red room, whatever that means. Okay, let's open another door. At this point, I'm not even trying to, like... accomplish anything. I'm just kind of playing to learn the mechanics and trying to figure out what we're dealing with. So this one gives you a key, but it does lead upwards. This is a corridor that would lead nowhere, and then we'd be stuck. And then a storeroom. So the only way to keep going is with this. The Nook. We've got a key. Some books. A coupon book. Save $1 on each purchase you make in the estate. That's pretty nice. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. I'm definitely going to be taking notes. I really love when games have you take notes because it's just, and it's a lot of fun. It's very engaging. But until I know what I'm supposed to be writing down, it's a bit tricky. Like, should I be writing down, you know, what's on the pictures? Should I be writing down the map so far? Are they maybe going to like remove the option of looking at your map at some point? I don't know. So here I feel like I kind of have to go with the den, right? If I want to complete the layout of this place. This one will give us a gem. We've got a giant clock, picture of a fishing rod. Right now it's 11:30. A big chess piece. Okay, so at least the clocks are consistent, of which there's many in this room. Another picture. The trunk is locked, so we can use the key or keep the key for something else. And here we have a gem. Let's use the key. Since we have it, we might as well. See what's in there. Another key. Car keys this time. And another gem. Car keys. The only car left on the estate should be in the garage. Do I want to like escape? Alright, let's go on the left. So we can do a corridor, a storeroom, or a passageway. Let's do a corridor. I definitely feel like I'm going to end up stuck with nowhere else to go, and then you have to call it a day if you're not careful. So we have a courtyard, guest bedroom, or commissary. Let's do courtyard. And now we get to be outside. Oh, we can pick this up. An old weathered shovel. Looks like it could be useful for digging. Indeed. Oh, we can dig there. A rather dirty coin can be spent in shop rooms. The dacia the better. Another coin. We can dig there. A worthless old shoe, not worth picking up. But okay, so I truly did not pick it up. I thought maybe it was going to be added to my inventory anyways, but so you can't really I wish you guys could see behind me. We only have like 2 spots left here, so it's going to have to be a dead end. Let's see. Lavatory, West Wing Hall, or another storeroom. I think I'm going to do a storeroom so I can get like a key, a gem. Let's do that. Coin. Blueprints. Another key. And a gem. Alright, so now that's a dead end. Let's keep going up. I guess you want to... You have to be very strategic about the placement of your room so you can open up as much of the manor as you can. So you kind of want the rooms on the sides to like have as many doors as possible, and then you can kind of like, you know, complete the rest as you go. You may draw new floor plans while drafting this room. Oh, a drawing room. Let's try that. Are you thinking I can rearrange the layout so far? Got a phone, a lamp, a lot of pictures. Mr. Herbert himself. Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw these floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Huh. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. While drafting? A social sitting room adorned wall to wall with artwork and drawings. An unfinished sketch of your uncle sits on an easel in the middle of the room, providing a vivid image of what were presumably his final days, depending on when the project was abandoned. So it's a drafting type. Okay. Courtyard. A charming spot granting guests a bit of fresh air and open skies within the privacy of the manor walls. Green room. Standard rarity. Corridor. Long hall with 2 doors at either end that had been one of your uncle's most frequently traveled rooms. Consequently, he had left strict instructions with the household staff that the doors of this corridor should never under any circumstance be locked. That makes sense. The den, a more traditional family room, warm and inviting. So comfortable, one might assume that the countless clocks surrounding the sofas are placed in a futile attempt to avoid inevitably wasting the entire day here. And then the storeroom, a dedicated storage space filled from end to end with a surplus of chairs, carpets, paintings, and a handful of other things that had at one time been in vogue and on display elsewhere in the house. Which is also a dead end. And the nook, a snug corner reading room which serves as a quiet, private place for guests to spend a few hours of their afternoon away from the hustle and bustle of the staff. So it says you're supposed to be able to draft new rooms while in this room, but how would I do that? I don't really see the option. Okay, let's see how far we can get up there. Oh, redraw floor plans. Okay. Oh, so basically it's a room in which you get... Oh, but you can only do it once. Okay, so it's like using the die. Dining room. Each day a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. Rank 8? Okay, right now it says drawing room rank 4. Is that my rank? Or is that the rank of the drawing room? Well, I'm not rank 8 right now. I guess I'll just do West Wing Hall. Staff notice. 83. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Likewise, any staff may draft... Okay. Éprouvette. A bath. Then more doors. The door is locked. Let's use a key. Do I still get to draft? Okay, you do. So you have lavatory, spare room. or a boudoir. Let's do spare room. Might have been kind of a waste to use a key for just a spare room, but since we don't know what each room is yet, I'm just kind of doing whatever right now. This is just our first day. West Wing Hall. The west wing of the estate has been closed since the death of Lady Epson. It is unsurprising, therefore, that this hallway in its neglected state features boarded windows and dust-smothered furniture. And then a spare room. An unfurnished, unfinished, and otherwise unremarkable empty room. If there had at some point been plans for this spare room, it would seem those designs are now long forgotten. So, might have been a waste. And it's locked. And I don't have a key, so... Whoops. Should I just go all the way back? Let's go back to the drawing room. Try to go on the right. Also locked. Ugh. Okay, this one's open. Bunk room, guest bedroom, or a passageway. 2 gems required for this one. Because you get a lot of doors, I guess, so... Let's do passageway. You know, I don't think this game has like any horror elements, but it's certainly kind of creepy to be alone in this shifting mansion. It's very silent. You just hear your own footsteps. It's kind of creepy. Is this locked also? Not locked. Wait. Can I exit this without picking a room? Oh, once you have drawn floor plans, you must select. Okay, so I can't back down. You can do a bunk room, which counts as 2 bedrooms, but that's a dead end. A kitchen, food for sale, and I guess the food always gives you steps back, but this requires a gem. And a walk-in closet, which has 4 items, but also requires a gem. Well, we do have like quite a bit of money. Let's try the kitchen. Doesn't seem to be all that much in this kitchen. Again with these pictures. Tiger. Whatever that is. Oh, I guess there's a pet somewhere in here. A dog or a cat. Got some jam. Mount Holly kitchen menu. So 2 for a banana. 8 for a club sandwich. Which gives you 15. That's a lot. Bacon and eggs. Plus 10. And add morning room to today's draft pool. A morning room. Today's main course, glazed salmon. The main course is served only in the dining room, right? If you reach rank 8. Lemon glazed salmon. Char-broiled Cajun spice salmon. Lemon butter sauce served over spinach leaf. 20 steps. Plus an additional 10 if you have an aquarium in your house. We could try bacon and egg, which will give us a morning room. Whatever that is. Coupon book. Okay, so now it's sold out, but you can still buy the other ones. Interesting. So now there's a chance I might have a morning room, whatever that is. Kitchen. A standard kitchenette with all the typical amenities. A stove, refrigerator, oven and sink. This gallery is where the cooking staff prepares the daily cuisine that will be later served in the dining room. It's a shop type. Okay. Passageway. A long cramped series of unfinished passages used primarily by the servant staff to traverse the estate quickly. Okay, the door I wanted to open was actually this one. But it's... What is this, an elevator? The security door is locked by electronic key card. Oh, okay. So you need a key card for this one. Let's go over there then. Ah, and it's locked. So I really want to be finding some keys soon. Otherwise I won't be able to progress. Boudoir, weight room, dark room. You cannot see the floor plans while drafting in this room. That sounds bad. Lose half of your steps? Wow, that's a lot. Oh, that's a whole lot. Let's try the dark room then. Ugh. Don't like that. A room dedicated to photo processing, development, and printmaking. This room is outfitted with safe lights which provide red illumination to which the photographic material is insensitive. However, due to a faulty installation, the safe lights often overload their circuit capacity and blow a fuse. Cannot see floor plans. So basically, it's going to be a random room if I open a door. Okay. Well, there's only one I can pick. It's a bathroom. Bathroom for while you're working on your photos. Can't see myself, of course. HS. Is there anything to do in here? Oh, it's a lavatory. A room one might go to great lengths to avoid showing guests despite them always probing for its location. A red room and a dead end. Well, that's unfortunate. So now it says rank 6, so is that my rank? And it's locked, so... It's not going too well so far. I think I'm now stuck. All these rooms are locked. This one's also locked. Hopefully this door can be opened, otherwise we're going to be done for the day. Okay. Keys for sale. That's kind of what I need, but I don't have a gem. Oh no. This doesn't go any further. And this doesn't either, so I think we've kind of reached the end of our path unless I can redraw the floor plans. I think I'm gonna have to. Breaker box. Dining room. Maid's chamber. Less likely to find items laying around in your house. So you don't want that. Because you want to find items, so you don't want to pick that if you can avoid it. I guess we have to do utility closet and then I'm going to be stuck because I don't have a key. But maybe we can use this to like short circuit the door. Toggling of breaker switches may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionality. Please call DC Power if you require assistance. Keycard entry system. Oh, so we can turn this off. Gymnasium, darkroom, garage. Wait, no, I want this on. I want them all on, and I want this off. VAC indicator? VAC indicator. So now I don't need the security card. Utility closet. One benefit of the restoration of old buildings is that it allows the owners to update and add modern amenities. The utility closet and the circuit breaker box within were set up when gas-powered lighting was retired and replaced by a more fashionable home electrical system. Mechanical blueprint dead end. So now the dark room should be lit up again and I should be able to open this. Well, maybe turning it off will just mean that I can't open the door at all. But then what would be the point of that? I already can't open it. Right? If it's off. But I don't have a key card anyways, so... And then I don't know what this is. VAC. I'll have to try and figure out what VAC means. Let's see if we can open that door. Oh, and your thing goes down when you go back through previous rooms too. Oh, shit. So you don't want to be moving around too much. Huh. I see. How... Not a very interesting ideas in this game. It's quite unique. Like, there's no other game that really uses these mechanics, so it's interesting. Now the lights are on. So maybe I can find some items in here? Oh, indeed. And we have creepy music. Some kind of garden with trees, and there's a heart carved in the picture. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. Huh. Pretty creepy. It's an old, like, camera. Old-timey camera. Pictures. Is it always going to be the same pictures every time there's a dark room, or are these like specific? Let's see if I can open the door. It's not powered on. Okay, so I straight up just can't use it. So I guess that's the end of my run. Because all the other doors are locked, so we're gonna have to call it a day. Tomorrow you will awake to find the rooms of the estate as well as your current inventory will have been reset. Alright. Mount Holly. Rustic Villa. Total rooms 21. Rank reached 7. Steps taken 47. Items found 6. Okay, I get it. So there's 5 by 9. So there's potentially 45 rooms in the estate if you can fill all of them. And then you want to reach the antechamber to then get to the 46th one. And I guess that's the end. But do you have to fill every room? I guess that's the whole point, is you have to be able to fill this whole map. And then when you do, you'll be able to reach a 46th room. Maybe? But if nothing carries over between the days, then it's all luck-based, so how would you be able to like make any progress? I guess we'll see. Save and continue. Some stuff has to carry over between the days. Day 2. So we're back to 50 steps. And it's a brand new house. The pictures are still the same. This is still the same. This is still the same. House history. Oh, so you get to look back through your history. Alright, so this time let's try going to the top from the start. And I guess we want to go straight ahead as much as we can so we can reach the antechamber. Let's do spare room, which is just going to be empty. Corridor is always unlocked. I want to see if I can get to... I mean, it's quite far away. Hallway. Right. It did say doors at the West Wing are more likely to be locked, and I went to the West Wing, so I guess that's why I ended up with a bunch of locked doors. So let's go to the right. Closet, storeroom, den. Let's do den so we can keep going up. Got a gem. Let's see, pantry, bedroom, observatory, +1 star for each time you've drafted the observatory. Okay, let's try and do that. That sounds pretty cool. We've got a lot of globes. Stonks. The Fixed Stars, The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt. This book contains a complete starbase, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. North Star +1 gold. The Twins, 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. The Slice +3 steps. Diamondus Minor +1 gem. The Southern Cross, rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Farmer's Apple, apples are extra delicious today. Clavis the Key +1 key. Diamondus Major +5 gem. Draxus the Dead. Dead-end rooms are more common today. Okay, so you don't want that. The Sale, everything is 50% off today. Floreal is Bloom of the Sky. Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. So depending on the number of stars, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 11, 12, 15, or 20 stars. And is that just randomized day to day? No, it said you influence it, right? You influence it by the number of times you've drafted this room. But then does it go back to 0? And I want to like turn it towards the sky. There we go. 1 star. Gain 1. Okay. So the next time I draft the observatory, there's gonna be 2 stars. And then I'll get the twins. Trunks have been added to the entrance hall. What's a trunk? Like a briefcase, you mean? Ah, the door is locked. Damn it. And is this gonna be locked? Nope. But none of them goes up. This is a dead end. This is the only one that goes somewhere else, but I don't have a gem. But this one would give me 2 items, potentially a key. So let's do closet. No key. We got a dice. And a compass. Draw floor plans leading north more frequently, right? Because you want to be heading north. Well, this is quite bad. I guess I could use the dice to get new choices for this. Okay, no, I haven't been there yet. So this doesn't lead up. This leads up. This also leads up, but I don't have a gem. And this one gives you a key. And we still have the music from the observatory. Got a nice key. This will lead in the same room that the observatory would have let us in. So this has to lead up. Otherwise I'm stuck. Alright, let's use a key. Commissary. That's a dead end. Okay, well, it has to be the chapel. And this time there's no pile of gold. We just lost it, that's it. This is gone. A chapel right next to an observatory. Ah, shit, I should not be going between rooms for no reason. Because that takes steps. Okay, hopefully this is not locked. Dead end, puzzle, nursery. Whenever you draft a bedroom, you gain 5 steps. It's gonna be the parlor. So here we have another puzzle. I guess it's the same puzzle. This is the black box, so this is a lie. This is the black box, also a lie. The black box is not empty. Okay. That's easy enough. Get some gems. Anything else laying around? No? Guest bedroom. Storeroom, which gives you a key. Or a rumpus room. Rumpus. Well, this one requires a gem, but it gives you some gold and it can lead further left, so let's do that. A rumpus room. Oh, look, it's the genie that guesses your character. You do not have any coins. Ah, shit. You're right. Can't use the radio. Can put on a little record, listen to some music. Oh, there's some gold there. Nice. 8 coins. Checkers, backgammon. I never did learn to play backgammon. Pizza something? Board game? That's my favorite board game. Okay, let's see what you're about. Insert coin. Actually, let me read about this room first. Housing an impressively large telescope, Mount Holly's observatory is a window to the world above and beyond the clouds and sky. Through its mirrored lens, even a novice stargazer will be able to distinctly appreciate the wonder Signs and constellations that punctuate the tapestry of night. Plus 1 star each time. I guess it resets eventually. A rumpus room. A uniquely modern fashioned gaming room, the rumpus room has provided many guests of the estate with countless hours of recreation. The room is outfitted with a record player, 2 television sets, a collection of board games, and a mysterious antique fortune-telling automaton named Alzara. Alzara. So you always get some coins. You could not have any coins when you walk in here, so you can always try this guy out. Tell me my fortune.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara.
Stranger danger?
I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
Maybe?
The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand.
I still look quite young.
He is looking for something. Something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag.
That's weird.
I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters.
That's the 46th
What
room?
you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Thank you. That was very intense. Huh. Seeing this image of like an island with a door, and it's very Signalis to me. I guess that's the 46th room. It's always locked and has no key. Well, that's gonna be a problem, but I guess that's a problem for later. And it's locked. Well, shit. I'm gonna have to go all the way back to the entrance hall. And I need to go back through a bunch of rooms, so I'm gonna be losing steps. Alright, you lose a coin every time you walk in this room. So it's not even when you first enter it. It's every time you walk in. Well, that's a problem. Alright, we're down to 26 steps. We can't go over there unless it's to find a key. We're gonna have to go over there. The storeroom would give me a key. But then I would have to walk all the way back up there to open the door. Gonna lose a lot more steps. Or I can do a courtyard, which will lead me to 2 other doors. Okay, let's try and get a key. Again with the crowbar. But now I have to walk all the way back. Should I just go to the right, like now, so I can get maybe more keys? Whenever you enter this room, gain 2. Whenever you enter, so you could potentially just... Couldn't you just walk back and forth to get a bunch of steps? According to the description, that's what it should be. Or this to lead to 2 doors? Okay, let's do courtyard. Get our shovel. See what we can find. An unremarkable rock. Not worth picking up. Good. And that's it. That's all we get. Okay, this time... Well, let's see. We haven't done commissary yet. Or have we? This one requires a gem, though. Or I could just do a bedroom and test out my theory that you can gain steps forever. But no, that sounds too easy. But we won't know until we try it. So... +2. Oh no, because... Wait, so you lose one, and then you lose one again because you walk in. Okay, so it just keeps you the same, basically. Every time you come here, it's like you never... And then this is, yeah, locked off. And this is gonna be locked. Can't use the key here. I need it for... over there. Okay, so the bedroom does not actually help you at all. Let's see. Office. Opportunity to earn and spread money. Keys for sale. That's kind of what I want. Even though I don't have a lot of money. $5 for 1 key. You can have a special key. Special key. Or a lockpick kit. Which I guess allows you to open as many doors as you want. No. That sounds way too generous. Why would they sell 3 keys for 12 if you can just lockpick? Maybe it allows you to open... like special doors? Well, I can only buy 1. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now, should I use this key to open the box here? Or should I just keep it for up there? Because I'm probably gonna be running into other locked doors. What's gonna be in this chest? Probably just maybe some gems. I don't think it's really worth the risk, plus I'm running very low on steps at this point. So probably... I mean, obviously I'm not going to make it on the first few attempts. I think you need to do multiple days. But let's see how far we can get. Losing more money from walking in this damn chapel. So really you don't want the chapel. The chapel is really bad. It costs you a lot of money. Alright, so we'll use a key. Now we can keep... Okay. I can't do the guest bedroom because then I don't have anywhere else to go. It would have given me +10, but I can't do that. I need the boudoir. Okay. There's some shoes. Picture. Someone was unpacking like a safe. Who gives a safe for Christmas? How strange. I don't know what any of these pictures is going to be playing into. Like, I'm sure it's related to something, but... Alright, well, I'm screwed. This is a dead end. And these require a gem. So I'm going to use my 1 die. Okay. This will go left. It has to be this. And then, let's see. Will we make it to the antechamber? Sounds too easy. Oh, it's only rank 7. If it was just one more rank, we could have had some food. Oh. Right, that's the car keys. Or if we find the garage. Now, should I go here right away? Because I won't be able to reshuffle this. Once you click this once, that's it. So should I just go right first? Is this one locked? Okay, well, I'm gonna have to use the key. Okay, so the good news is that this will lead us to the antechamber, potentially. I can't do this one because I don't have a gem. Dead end, so it has to be the conference room. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead. Okay, that sounds good. That means we might find a bunch of items. There's the food! The food will give me steps, right? Yummy! Porterhouse steak. A delightfully expensive steak cut bone-in and extra marble for maximum tenderness. A perfect dish for those who love extravagance. Do you have anything for vegans? Plus 20 steps plus an additional 10 if you have a showroom. I don't think I do, but let's have dinner. Because I need those steps. Yum! Are you just gonna leave the lemon behind? Alright, so now we're at 27. More of these pictures. A hose. What is that, a circus? A village? The estate? There it is. There's the antechamber. What about it? Okay, so I guess you just can't go in. Oh shit, I thought maybe the objective was just to reach it, but okay. Potentially it only opens if you've like filled out the rest of the map. Is that it? That's probably what it is. Okay, so... Well, now we know. At least we know. There's a bunch of notepads. Safe code 9083. Oh. Is this always going to be the same? Let's see. It probably changes every day, but just in case, I'm going to write it down. Safe code. What else? We got... Nothing. That's it. That's all there was here. And now I need a key card. Spreading items. Some special rooms allow you to spread items throughout your house. When items are spread, they are immediately placed in several of the rooms currently on your estate. However, if you have a conference room, spread items are gathered in the room instead. And a coupon book. Which I won't get to use. Can't go over there. Can't have a little drink because I'm too young, I assume. This is locked. And I can't go anywhere else, so we're gonna have to call it a day once again. Total room 19. Rank reached 9. So we did reach a higher rank than yesterday. We found 6 new rooms. It doesn't really feel like I'm making any progress, to be honest. I mean, obviously I must be, because people eventually beat this game, but like, I can see the rogue aspect because a lot of this is randomized. I'm not so much finding the puzzle solving aspect, at least not so far. I mean, it does mention taking notes, and there's all these pictures and these portraits and these that I guess might play into something eventually, but for now it does kind of seem like I'm just at the mercy of luck, pretty much. Obviously, we just started the game, so I'm not going to pass judgment just yet. So far, like, I don't really see Game of the Year material. Like, it's certainly a cool concept, and it's pretty unique compared to, like, other, like, indie games, but I'm not really seeing what brought this up to being called the Game of the Year in 2025, especially a year that was so stacked with amazing games, but we're only at the beginning of the game, so we'll see. It might still blow my mind. There's still a lot of rooms we haven't even seen. So, conference room. In his later years, Sinclair had become withdrawn from public life and conducted all business from the comfort and privacy of home. This included the occasional board meetings, which were held in the professional setting of this room. Spread type, unusual rarity. And the antechamber, and then room 46. The mysterious room mentioned in H.S. Sinclair's will, named only by a number. Despite the house's official blueprint only showing a total of 45 rooms, the words of the legal document make it apparent that a 46th room in the house in fact exists. Finding this room is your primary objective, while on the estate it is, after all, your bequest. Rarity rumored. A boudoir, a private salon with a plethora of fainting couches and chaises longues that served both as a dressing room for her ladyship in the mornings and a cozy sitting room for her in the evenings. And the locksmith, considering the amount of floor plans and different doors that can appear on any given day, it was only a matter of time before a full-time locksmith service became an essential requisite on the estate. So I guess the rooms that are red is because you don't want the red rooms. You want the green rooms. Because they give you stuff. But we've only seen the one so far. Okay, so the goal is to fill out this whole thing. Let's start on the left then. Even though West Hall is more likely to be locked. So I guess you want to be going right first. Let's do a den. We'll get a gem. I'm curious to see what elements the game kind of adds over time to spice things up, because I can see this getting like pretty repetitive fairly quickly. Okay, pantry, closet, or nook. But see, right away, how am I going to reach this square here? But I do want the key, so we'll do a nook. Oh, but now I have to use it right away. What was in the last chest that I opened? Wasn't it just some gems? But you do want the gems. But locked doors are worse. Okay, let's use it. Okay, this time we got money and 2 die. Okay, 2. That's good. And some gold. Okay, no, I did reach the end. Okay, that's good. That's what I wanted. Right, because it's 5 by 9. Like, should I go to the right all the way to the wall and then go up and try to fill out the outside of the building? Or should I go right and then go left and try to do it like... No, because then you're wasting a bunch of steps. I guess as much as possible you want to draw the outline of the building, but I feel like it's inevitable that you're going to have some dead ends because you don't choose what rooms you get. So it seems kind of impossible to fill out this whole thing unless you're really, really lucky. Unless that's not the goal, to fill out the whole thing. Maybe it's just getting to the top with a certain rank or like a certain item. Maybe it's not about filling out the whole map. I'm just making theories, like trying to figure it out, but I guess I don't actually know. So we're just gonna keep playing and finding new rooms and see. I'm sure eventually it'll all make sense. So we can have a bedroom, a chapel, a spare room. So if I want to keep going alongside the wall, I would use the chapel. But the chapel makes you lose money. Or I could just do a spare room. Let's do spare room. And I guess your rank goes up based on the number of rooms you've like drawn. Oh, this one has a little window showing outside. Right, because we're on the edge. Huh. Corridor is always left unlocked. Guest bedroom would give us +10, but then that's a dead end. Like, you don't want to reach a dead end. As little as possible. So then should I just do corridor? It guarantees that the one at the top will be open. So let's do that. Plus we might find some items. I guess you always have a chance of finding items in any room. Okay, so drawing room or a chapel. This one requires a gem. Okay, I don't want to do the chapel, but because sometimes you need a gem. Like, I might find myself in a situation where I need a gem to progress. Here, technically, I could just do the chapel, even though it's a bad room. But we're gonna do that, because I want to keep my gem. Even though it's gonna take all my gold. Sometimes you get to take the gold back, but... let's hope it's not locked. Okay, it's not. Veranda. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms, but costs 2 gems, see? Or I could do a bedroom. Or it could be a dead end. Or should I redraw? I do have 2. But let's just do bedroom. There's certainly like an element of strategy, but so much of it is random that I don't know. I don't know how much strategy really matters if you're at the mercy of luck, but and now this door is locked, so that's bad. I have to go back to the chapel, lose $1 again. This would give me the key and an extra gem. I guess I'll do storeroom. So this is the coin that I'm going to lose right away. There's the key that I also need to spend right away. And there's a gem. Stop taking my money! Doesn't the church have enough money already? Alright, so I'm gonna have to use the key. A parlor that would allow me to go up. This would not. This would not. Let's do parlor then. Oh, this is... I was gonna say it's a different parlor, but no, it's just that the windows are boarded. All 3 boxes contain gems. That's a lie. The other 2 boxes contain gems. Potentially true. This box contained gems. But it can't always be the black box, can it? I feel like it's always been the black box so far. This is a lie. I think this is a lie too, because didn't the thing say that only one Only one box is a prize within. The other two are always empty. So these two are lying, which means it's the black box again? Is it just always the black box? Doesn't that defeat the whole purpose of the puzzle? Okay, so now we get gems. Security. View inventory of all items currently in the house. It would lead us to the right, but so would this one. I do have 4 gems. And this is a new room, so let's try this one. That's me. I'm just this little kid with my little backpack. Little blonde kid. I've got a hat. What's with the really ominous cutscene? Are these like playing music? I've got a vest. I mean, it's not the right color, but... Is it going to be showing only the rooms I've opened, or... I mean, it has to. This is the one we haven't seen yet with a piano. Whoop. That's me! Okay. That was kind of needlessly ominous. Staff notice. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. Can you imagine having to work in this freaking mansion with like the layout changing every day? Very topical considering we're also playing Control on the channel right now, and the oldest house is also a layout that keeps changing over time. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed as always to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. Terminal password is redacted. And more weird drawings. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked. Is it? Because when I reached it, it sure was locked. Access levers are no longer required to grant entry. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. We've always seen it kind of later. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. Yeah, that's kind of what I've noticed. I wonder what the odds are. Like, is it 1 out of 3, 1 out of 2? Got a microwave, coffee machine. Blue memos, true. Red memos, lies. Okay, is that always the case? Got some tapes. Card key. I can see myself, but it doesn't look like a... Oh, okay, you do move, but it's very slow. Kind of creepy seeing yourself like that. So you're saying that this is false? Right, it's not unlocked. It's very much locked. That makes sense. And then this is true. Okay. So I can't go there. It would be nice if it showed you on the map that this is like a key card door. I guess you just have to remember it. Is this open? Of course not. Then I have to go all the way down to the den. That sucks. Lose more money. Alright, so can I go up here? Another observatory. Or a hallway. Or a closet, which would have 2 items. Like, obviously I can choose the hallway, and it doesn't matter if the right door doesn't lead anywhere, but it really bothers me. Like, I want everything to fit correctly. I don't want to pick a room that leads to a room that it can't go inside, so I kind of want to just use the closet to get some items. Plus, I might get a key. When it says item, can that include a key? Or is it just like items that go in your inventory? I'm going to do closet. It did include a key. Very nice. And a little purse. Each time you collect 3, you get another 1. Okay, so now I just have to hope that from the entrance hall I can go up. Are you kidding me? Wait, no, I can re-roll. Let's re-roll. Aha. This can be a hallway instead. That's what it's gonna have to be. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. So this is false then. This is not real. I mean, it certainly felt that way. When I went in the west wing, a lot of doors were locked, but I guess it's because I was going north. So is the opposite true? Are doors in the east wing more likely to be locked then? I guess so. Alright, so now the only way for me to go in that little empty room, I have to pick this one. Drawing room. Plus you want this room because this one allows you to re-roll for free. So this can be a dead end. In fact, it has to be. Code check. Ooh, check 1 item and retrieve it on another day. Or breaker box. This is new. I kind of want to use this one just because it's a new room, but this one might be more useful. Or I could redraw, but for completion's sake, let's do the code check. Code check. Now, which item do I even... I have nothing other than a coin purse. Check item? That's the only one. Coin purse has been checked. You can retrieve this item on any day you have a code check in your house. Thank you. Okay. Alright, so far this layout does work. I mean, I'm missing keys in order to go there, but so far we filled out this whole thing. So I think I should go back to... Should I go back to the entrance hall? I think that would be safest. Let's see. Security. A control room with state-of-the-art surveillance equipment, inventory system, and access control via an electronic computer terminal. This room is where the estate's patrol guards kick up their feet and thank their stars they are living in a modern era. And coat check. A cloakroom where guests may leave their coats, bags, or hats in exchange for a claim ticket. This floor plan was usually drafted adjoining the entrance hall during larger social events such as a ball or gala. Wait, so it was usually drafted. So even when the guy was living here, the house would still change every day. That sounds extremely annoying. Type tomorrow. Blueprint dead end. We're down to 30 steps, 28. Let's see. Billiard room. Locksmith. I was wishing for one that went all the way to the other side. So do I redraw? Or no? There's still chances that I might be able to reach. So let's just do billiard room. Plus this is a new one. More of these posters. Can we play darts? One. Two. Oh wait, is this the safe? Maybe this is the safe. Should I do 9083? 9. No, there's no 0. This can't be the safe. I must be missing some other code. Oh, okay, so it was 4. 19. Four leads to 3 and 7. Because 7 minus 3 is 4. Maybe I'm like adding them, so 10. Wait, this thing was blue. I clicked it. It was like this and this, so I guess that's plus. So maybe it's like, do I have to subtract 18, 4? So like 14? Oh. I guess I'm always looking for the difference. 2? Is it 3 plus 3? 3 times 3? 9? Maybe one of this is like minus, one of this is multiply, the other one's like plus. Minus 2 times 10, 20. Aha! Aha! I figured it out. An electronic key card opens electronically powered security doors. Yes. So is that always where the key card is? Maybe I just got lucky. Wow, it's the billiard room and I can't even play billard? Billard? I don't know how you pronounce that. Can't interact with any of these. Let's see. This smoky back room featuring a pool table and fully stocked bar has served as a retreat on more than one occasion for guests lacking the social wit required for after-dinner conversation. That's me. A rather curious game of darts provided the less competitive players a unique opportunity to ponder over its unusual rules. Well, I figured them out. And there's even a little bar. But nothing's hiding here. Hey, we have the key card, so now if I go back in security, I could open it. Let's do dining room so we can go further left. It's not gonna have any food. At least not yet. This needs to lead to a room that can go left. Like a pantry. Or a patio. Spread gems in each green room. Sure. That's a new room. Hey, we're outside. Feels very refreshing getting to actually be outside. There's something kind of claustrophobic about this house. So you get your gem back. Buried below. Occasionally, you may discover small mounds of dirt in certain rooms of the estate. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. I mean, so far I've only seen them in... Oh, I don't have the shovel here. There's 3. Right, guys, I haven't been in the other green room. Could cook a little something on the barbecue? No? Shame. Is this gonna be locked? Not locked. Items for sale. I think I'm gonna go with the guest bedroom so I can get some steps back. Because I need to go all the way back up there, so... Let's do bedroom. This is new. This big balloon. Oh, it's because I've never been in this room, actually. Some flan. Anchor. Oh. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. Okay, so other people know about this weird shifting house. It was well worth the wait though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly, KL. I've also figured out the darts game. But there doesn't seem to be anything else here. A small bedroom maintained and kept available for accommodating weekend guests and impromptu visitors who find themselves compelled to stay the night. And a patio. A roofed outdoor seating area located along the perimeter of the estate. During the summer evenings, it is not unusual for the grill to be employed while entertaining acquaintances of a more informal nature. Alright. So let's go back. Food still is not served. Have we been left? I don't think we've been left. I think maybe it was locked. Okay, no, it's not locked. A passageway would allow me to go, but it would cost me 2 gems, so I think I'm going to redraw. Utility closet, boudoir, nursery. I'm gonna go boudoir because I need a chance to be able to like loop back down over here. And always the same objects too. Ooh, a gymnasium. Whenever you enter, you lose 2. You kind of want the dark room here, right? But then I won't be able to see. Unless I could find a break room. Or do I just go there and hope I can go left? I think I'm gonna have to use this and lose a gem. Plus, this is another new room. Dirigiblocks. Can I play this? Surely I can play this little game. You wouldn't put this here for no reason. Okay, you can buy 1 gem for 3 coins. A salt shaker, a sledgehammer, or a metal detector. I don't know what any of these does. And I only have 1 coin right now. So, whoops. The staff commissary is always stocked with household goods and supplies at a reasonable cost. This provides the servants of the estate an invaluable service, especially to the live-in staff who may only expect to leave the property once or twice a month. The commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. But this is red, so this is false, right? Wait, what? With? Without? Huh? I should probably be taking note of this, right? But I'll do it while editing the video, I guess. Staff notice. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. Yeah, we've seen this, and then the terminal is scratched out. Okay, here I need a place that goes left. And I don't have any, so if I re-roll and I don't get a room that goes left, then I've messed up. 3 keys if you get the garage. Do I have? I don't have the car keys right now. I wonder what you use the car keys for. I guess you just open the car and there might be like an item inside. It's not like you can leave. Actually, where do I stay while I'm exploring this house? Because I'm not staying in the house, so like where does the kid stay in between days? I wonder. I'm gonna have to risk redrawing. Okay, this one leads left. This one does not. It's gonna have to be the dark room. It doesn't really matter what I get. Even if it's a dead end, plus I get the... Oh no, because it's powered down. Or is it? Okay, no, it's not. Nice. Oh, but I don't... But I'm not gonna see. I should have waited before doing this. So what are the dots there? Is that the rarity? Let's try this. A bunk room. Oh. Well, I'm never going to be able to fill all of this, but I'm trying. I'm trying to get as far as I can. Okay, so here this doesn't really matter. Let's just take the first one. It's a conference room with a nice view of the outside. Oh, so this code is also false because it's red. So this is not the code. After meeting adjourns, take all conference notes and place them in the office safe. But they're all empty. Maybe it's like the opposite of this. Maybe it's 3809. And then this is locked. Well, at least we've filled out the whole thing, so... But now I would need to go all the way back to the security room. I'm barely gonna have any steps left by the time I make it back. And then what does this do? This room counts as 2 bedrooms. The rustic wooden stacked bunk beds evoke the enticing promise of campfire stories and childhood adventures. This bedroom served as pillow fort and bedroom to the young Sinclair boys. So there's more than one. And has remained faithfully unchanged over the years. So, is it gonna give me steps back? Okay, it's not that type of... Oh, look, it's a little hamster! Hello. Is someone taking care of this hamster? Hi. I can't pet the hamster? Oh. Trophies, instruments. Ooh, some gems. Nice. Is that like an Atari? Totally is. An old Atari. Checkers. The Turtles of Vera. Trinsdale Mystery. An old bunk bed. Oh, whoa. Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys and I will not have to share my room and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he is at camp. Okay, so I guess my brother, who did not like me very much. Herbie is mean and really stupid and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back. And if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday. And I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book even though he is older. He is a crybaby. Today's a good day because today my brother returns from college and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long time ago. Hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things being said, I wouldn't have it any other way. I still would rather have had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home. That's kind of mean. We're getting some Simon lore. Huh. So is that my hamster? Got a little Rubik cube. Huh. The Young Sinclair Boys. Interesting. We still don't have any money. I can't believe I can't use this thing. Maybe it's because there's no power. But no, there's power. There's lights. So sucks that you can't use this little arcade machine. Let's get back. I'm gonna be out of steps very soon. $16, $15, $14. Gonna lose my coin. 12, 11. Oh, right, no, because the bedroom gives you 2 more. Okay, so security. This one needed a key, and this one needs the key card. So I get to open this. Aha. East Wing Hall. It's a bit late for the breaker box. Would have been useful before going into the dark room, but at this point, doesn't really matter. Food for sale. I don't have any gold, so I might as well get the East Wing Hall. This is a new room. Hats, flowers. And that's it. This fenestrated hallway overlooks the east side of the estate grounds and is warmed in the early day by the light of the rising afternoon sun. Alright, what have we got? Nursery, lavatory, pantry. Pantry gives us some gold, so let's go with that. And we got a banana. Yummy. Oh, banana. Get the gold. This is still the same. And it's locked. I can either go back to security. You know what? I'm going to do that. Well, I only have 13 steps. Well, I guess it's not that far. It's going to be really hard to beat this game, I feel. Okay, so this was locked. I'm going to use it on this one. Archives. Secret passage. Oh, leads to a room of a color of your choice. A room I've already been in? Or like a new room? While drafting, you will no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans. Okay, let's do it because I need to know what this does. The archives. Very ominous sounding in here. Got a gem. August 22nd, that's my birthday. 85. Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. Popular children's writer Marion Marigold adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book Swimbird had been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal, Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning this prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, for her debut effort. She was no stranger to the public eye even before her literary success, the niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair. Oh, that's my mom. Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. January 27, 86. Swimbird author never considered herself success. By Gail Hermes, Herald staff writer. She confided, "My son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I'd always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime, and so as we ran out of books we owned, my imagination had to take over from there." Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince. Oh. Maybe we're like in a storybook right now. Maybe none of this is real. It would explain why these rooms can change layout, like because we're inside of a story. His inflexible love of the color red, a statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed that book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. November 11, 86. Publisher and author detained by Red Guard questioned. Oh shit. Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were 2 of 3 dozen names that appeared on the leaked dossier, naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group has come forward to officially take responsibility of the attack, it is widely believed by authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who also call themselves the Children of Blackwater. RLCF. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in a statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped. November 17, Reddington Herald. Marigold drops publisher. Local author and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split with her long-term publishing partner, Ruffington Press. Citing personal reasons, the announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, who Marigold has past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the 3rd prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week. So this picture that we saw, that's Manning and White at press function, was seen at the corner, suspicious bag under, wave down a local. This is the 3rd major. Grand treason. February 22nd, 87. No trace is discovered of Cinca Harris, but search continues. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under the pen name Marion Marigold, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 Friday, getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Mrs. Jones never arrived home and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned, but have not deemed the case foul play. It's an out-of-character incident at this point, and we are seeking information. So all of a sudden, we're getting all this kind of lore about our mother, and there might be some kind of weird conspiracy happening. September 2nd, priceless jewels stolen in dramatic royal museum heist. Thieves in the royal capital of Fen Ares have broken into one of the crown's fabled closed exhibits. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of the aristocracy and high peerage, and access has never been granted to those outside noble circles, at least not until today, as local police and forensic experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds, dredging for clues. The museum authorities said they were alerted in the middle of night by reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. The intruders broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia arrived on the scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although an official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts rumored to be stolen is the renowned Ruby Crown of Orinda Ares, the priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to the historic value. If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest that the theft was politically motivated. That was a lot of reading. I'm about to lose my voice. Okay, so something about my mother and royals and books and jewels. I'm gonna have to take a second look at all of this in editing and try and take some notes to make some sense of it, because surely this is gonna be relevant at some point, but for now it doesn't really make sense to me because I'm missing some context, but interesting. Archives. Countless shelves of documents and towering file cabinets make this otherwise immense space seem small and cramped. These archives contain almost a century of records and files pertaining to the Sinclair family's numerous interests, many of which are sealed and unable to be accessed. So what does it mean you will no longer be able to see all three of your potential floor plans? So you only see one? So if I want to go down, it's locked. No key. Okay, so they're hiding one. Furnace. More likely to draw red rooms while drafting. A boiler room. Interesting. Let's try this. A utility room serving as a central hub for controlling the heating and steam power supplied to various rooms of the estate. Steam power is conveyed in the estate through steam ducts that run through select rooms. These floor plans must be drafted in an alignment that will facilitate the steam traveling through the house to reach its intended destination. Okay, so the steam has to follow the cables. Huh. So now there's steam. Now this is powered. But it's locked. Oh, I guess so it can open this thing. Maybe I need both. Both to be powered. No, it has to be this. And then... Okay, I think that worked. Now the path is open, but I can't... I mean, I don't have a lot of options. This has to be like this. That's the only way the steam goes through. So now this is powered. Whatever that is. Oh wait, because I can... Oh, I see. There's two different steam things. This one... Oh, now it's blocked. Okay. This opens this bridge. But the door does not open? I need this thing to be moving so I can actually... Okay, so this light being on means that there's a path there. But it's not like I can actually access this, even when it's moving, so... Okay, now I can access it. Now it's in the green. Now I got this elevator. Oh, there's another one. Wait, hang on. This opens this door. This leads to the left. Garage. Gives me a bunch of keys. Let's do that. But wait, I feel like there's more to this, so I can keep going up. Activate. Okay, so now half of it is powered. Now I don't get to use the elevator, but it doesn't matter because I have opened this door. So... I think this should work. Because the door's open, so I can keep going. And then power is going all the way to the top. Right? Okay, let me start by going in this room. So here you get 3 keys. That's awesome. Don't know what that does. There's the car. I don't have the car keys, so I can't take whatever's inside. Or leave. Maybe the whole point is just to leave this place. Be like, I don't want to inherit a weird mansion. Just want to leave. Christoph, this is the 3rd time this month you and the car have been gone when your services were required. I don't care how long you have been driving for his lordship. Your absences must be accounted for, Mrs. Babbage. Maybe when it says red notes, it means written in a red pen, not written on a red card. But I don't know. Alright, so we got a bunch of keys, which is nice, but I want to figure this out. So if you follow this cable, pipe right there. So I want it to go up. So now it should be, right? Yes. Aha. Activate. So you can send the power either straight ahead or to the sides. So I guess if you have specific rooms that require power, like you need this reactor to be, not this reactor, this boiler to be working. But right now it's just the archives and the garage, so let's just try opening this. Now it's all lit up in green. Archived floor plan. Let's try this. Ah, it's just a closet. Walk-in closet. Just some gems and picture of my mother. Oh, there's the car keys. Nice. And lockpick kit. Will occasionally be able to unlock some normal doors. What do you mean occasionally? I guess it's like a chance that it will. Okay, well now we can open the garage. Wait, where is it? Oh, to open it, I need to send power there. Okay. Right? Oh, it just does not open? Shit. Okay, but it's still working, so I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, I can just leave. Straight up. An upgrade disc? Insert into one of the estate terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans. I don't even know what upgrading your floor plan does. Can I just leave? Oh. The drop-off address is 14227 Sandy Heights. A small garage on the south edge of Trinsdale. The goods are already secure and in the trunk, so just unload and get back here before noon. I've seen Sinclair's schedule and I don't think he'll be requesting the car today, but you never know when the cat will want to get some air. Tomorrow will likely be the last delivery and I believe Danny already has payment ready. And what is this about? Can I like just leave? West Path. Hey, I get to walk outside. Oh, but you can't. Yeah, you can't leave. I only have 3 steps left. That's bad. But, you know, we saw a lot of new things on this 3rd day. I get to walk around outside. Let's see if we find any item. There's a little path. This leads back to the front. Aha! Oh, maybe this will always be open now. Ooh, nice. Okay, the west gate has been permanently unlocked. Permanent changes do not reset each day. That's very useful. So it might give me like a way into something. I'm not sure how this is going to be helpful, but any permanent change is good in a game like this. Hello. Ooh. Root cellar. Rooms in your house will be more likely to contain dig spots today. A tool shed to have 2 special items, or a mysterious third thing. You know what? I'm curious. Let's see. It's a hovel. The outer room. Permanent additions. Oh, okay. So now I always have this. Nice. A squalid dwelling on the edge of the estate belonging to one of the groundskeeper. Special floor plans now cost additional steps instead of gems. I'm not sure if I like that. Don't have a shovel. They could have had a shovel in here. Notice of termination. Dear Mr. Ravane, your half-hearted dedication and maintenance of the grounds have been greatly appreciated. It's very sarcastic. However, I regret to inform you that your services as the groundskeeper at Mount Holly will no longer be required, effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations and documented instances of neglect in the performance of your duties. The state of the green rooms in particular has deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflects poorly on the rest of the staff. You are required to vacate the hovel by the 20th of March, ensuring all tools and equipment belonging to the estate are returned to the tool shed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. We thank you for your time and service and wish you the best in your future endeavors. Anne Babbage. Yikes. Sorry, dude. It looks like you've been kind of slacking off and it's been getting noticed. Then I lose another step going out. Well, at this point, I'm done. Because if I walk back inside the house, I'm going to be out of steps. So I guess this is a good place to end it. That wasn't a bad attempt. Like, it's only the 3rd day. We filled out most of the floors. You know, it's not too bad. Let's see what happens if you run out of steps. And just fade to black. You have used all of your steps and must now call it a day. You've pushed yourself to the very edge of exhaustion. Must now return to your campsite to... Oh, it's a campsite. Thank you for answering my question. To get some rest, you can continue your search tomorrow. However, the house might be a little bit different. Yeah. So this time the total room was 30. That's pretty good. We reached rank 7. Took 71 steps. Found a lot of new rooms. That was a good day. Productive day. And that's going to be it for today, because I've been recording for like 2.5 hours. So yeah, it's a very unique game. I was expecting there to be like more puzzle solving akin to like a Lorelei and the Laser Eyes or something like that. The puzzle, I guess, is in the exploration itself. And you do get some like small puzzles, like, you know, figuring out the boiler room or the boxes. And there might be more in the future, but it seems to be mostly about figuring out the layout of the house. There seems to be some more like hidden stuff about Herbert and my mother and like some jewels, or I don't know. We'll have to dig deeper into the story. Even though a lot of it seems based on luck, it does feel like I'm making some progress, like we're finding new things, you're unlocking some permanent changes, so surely eventually we'll reach the ending. And like I said in the intro, if the stuff past the ending is too time consuming, we might do it on stream instead of doing it in regular episodes. So even though a lot of it is randomized, I do hope it's at least entertaining to watch. If it was, please make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can catch the future episodes. And you can also watch them a week early by checking out my Patreon in the description below. So as always, I want to say thank you to my patrons for their support and thank you for watching this episode. So until the next time, I had fun playing this, I hope you had fun watching it, and I will see you in the next video for some more blueprints. À la prochaine!